Hi, I'm Meredith from Story Adventures with Meredith. I'm a former classroom teacher turned mom and reading teacher, and I'm here to help you get your kids loving to read and build their literacy and language skills. And you can do that at home, starting with phonics. And the best way to help with phonics skills is through books. I usually start books like this and building phonics skills around ages older 3, 4, 5, but you know your kid best, so you know when to start these skills. I usually start with alphabet books like this, but also with books like this one. Now, the thing I love about books like this, and this is a Steve Light book, there's a bunch of these board books like this. It has, these are really great pictures, but it also has these big long sounds in them. And sounds are the basis of phonics. So if this sound is swoosh, I'm doing a lot of different sounds. This is something I would use as we're starting to begin the phonics journey. So books like this that are sound based, really great for getting those sounds and seeing those letters and those sounds together. So I highly recommend those. And then I also add in alphabet books. But when I read an alphabet book, I say k, cat, a cat with a camera, k. And then I'll say, this is the letter C. D, a deer with a dress. This is the letter D. And I make sure that I am putting a lot of focus on the sound that's connected with this print. So this is called a grapheme. The sound is the phoneme. I'm connecting the phoneme to the grapheme. That's how you begin reading. So it's great that they know the letter names as well, but the letter sound is where it's at. That's how they're going to sound out and decode words as they get older. So I try to do both. And I know it can be a little bit tricky when you're trying to do that because some letters, like C that we just did, or the G, they have two sounds, a hard sound and a soft sound. So I usually just stick with the more common one, which is usually the hard sound. And when we do vowels, they also have two sounds. I stick with the long vowel sound to begin. This is just beginning phonics. So we don't need to go into all the rules yet. We just need to connect the letter to the sound. So that's how I do that. I also still will continue with one of my tips for younger kids as I'm reading a book to a child who is just learning how to read. I point out words in the text as I'm reading. Not all of them, but I'll point out 1 or 2 words in the text, and I'll repeatedly point out the same word throughout the text. If it's a book that has a repeating word or a repeating phrase, I'll point it out. If it's a word, like in a book where they do a text bubble, I'll always point out the text bubble to show that that's what they're saying. I also will occasionally on pages follow the text with my finger so that they're getting to see the direction that we read in and how text works on the page. So those are some of my very quick phonics tips when you are just beginning phonics at home and you are just beginning to see your child ready to start reading. So I hope these help, and for more tips and tricks, you can follow me at Story Adventures with Meredith, and I hope to see you there. Bye for now. Thanks for watching Story Adventures with Meredith. New videos every week.